Okay, I'm here today with the S197 05 to 09. This is an '08 Bullitt, and the horn quit working and the cruise controls quit working. And of course you want to check your fuse box to see if it could be a fuse, and normally it is not. Many times it is the clock spring. If you think it's the horn, it would be this one and this one. Any junk cars you ever strip, take these out. They come in handy, or you can just switch them up to see if it works. So this did not affect the horn or the cruise control working. So next thing you do is disconnect the negative side of the battery. And for those of you that ever buy a new battery, they come with those little black caps and red caps. Use those when you disconnect the battery and cover your terminal. Then you're going to wait about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we will tackle getting that airbag off. Also, get your tools together. 10mm, 7mm, torque wrench, light. I also have a steering shaft. I'm going to put that on. Screwdrivers. Don't forget a magnet to get the screws from the airbag. And then a 24mm socket for the steering wheel. You also can use a manual if you want to be accurate. Frankly, I just like trial and error. Here's the new clock spring. It's got the tab in it to keep it secure, so we will leave that in it until it is installed. Alright, get your airbag out. Pretty easy. First thing you want to do is start taking these tabs off. You could just use a little flat screwdriver. Try not to scratch them. If you do scratch them, next time use a little tape. And then pop those out. You got one on each side. Okay, and then use your 8mm. Undo the screw. Take your magnet. Okay, after you got both screws out, your airbag is loose. Now, these things are dangerous, so make sure you disconnect the negative side of that battery and walk away from the car. 30 minutes. This thing has exploded and broken my own daughter's arm severely, so be careful. And actually take a side position even when you're moving it out. Now let me show you how it comes out. There you go. That's your airbag. And you got two small plugs on the back. You pinch and remove. There you go. There's your airbag. Set that aside. Now you've got your steering wheel. And you see your clock spring is in there. Now you're going to remove this bolt. That's your 24-inch bolt. But first, before you do that, there's a couple things more you can do. Lower your steering wheel, and then you're going to take out your center console piece here. And this, just pinch and pull. Okay, now that is out. All right, put your steering wheel back up, lock it into place, make sure that sucker's straight. Check one last time, make sure your wheels are straight. And then let's pull off that center 24mm bolt. Now it shouldn't be too hard, but obviously you're going to have to hold your knees or get somebody to hold the wheel for you and then crank it off. Okay, and as soon as you get this off, throw it up here. There's a couple little more housekeeping items you got to do with some plugs. I'll show you in a second. All right, one is going to be the ground wire. Take that off. And then next, take this center wire off. All right, don't give up, because Ford likes to fool you with all these plastic tabs. For this one coming out of there, you simply have to stick a screwdriver inside of it and push down. Okay, so now you see your clock spring. Careful of your signals. You're going to remove this top plastic part because you already pulled out that. I did see one guy's video where he took apart he had to take apart the center console to remove the kick panels, take off your step panel here to remove that kick panel, to remove this, to remove this. Well, I've taken apart these interiors so many times. There's a rear screw for this. I don't even install it anymore. So now I can just take out the 2 screws that hold this and then remove this item without having to pull all this stuff off. But you do it however you want. If you've never taken out the center screw, there's one way back here that you would have to remove. And it's no fun. I mean, it's like a jigsaw puzzle, but you do what you got to do. All right, and here you go. It's the a torque screw here, a torque screw there, and again, there's one back there inside of that shaft, but I never reinstall that one. You can, if you want to put Velcro up there to make sure it sticks, but it never comes down. If you ever plan on taking your steering column and stuff apart again, I'd just leave it off. Okay, got those 2 out. Now let's drop this sucker. There we go. Look at that. Now you just unplug this. Then we got to take off 4 torque screws, and then we can install the new clock spring, and let's hope that the horn works and the cruise control works. If you have a problem with your blinkers or windshield washer or anything, or light switch, now's a good time. You could replace them if you have it this far apart. And again, when you hit junk cars, strip this stuff down. Take it with you. Oh, and just to let you know, these screws are a torque 15. These are a torque 10, T10. Again, Ford likes to mess with you. Oh yeah, try not to strip these. It's, you know, a screw on plastic, so keep it, just be slow. Okay, and there's that one plug, and there's your clock spring. And also, just to let you know, Ford does a hole punch for the top of the steering, so it should be lined up. But there you go. You want to do your shaft, steering shaft, you can do that now. If you want to mess with your gauge pod, if you want to switch it between a 2 and a 4 and a 6, or a color. And a lot of you don't know this, but the 2008 to 2009 Mustang, if you got a generic one that did not come with the color change gauge pod, you could buy a color change gauge pod from a junk car. And in 2008, Ford just decided to hide the plug inside the dash instead of not wiring it. They would just wire it, but leave the plug hanging. And you can actually just plug it in, get the switch, plug it in, and then you would have the color change light working. Just a little tidbit there. Okay, and here's the new one, and it is a Ford product. Got it from American Muscle. I believe it was 110 bucks. They were the only ones that had it in stock. And now we just install it in reverse. Okay, these should go in nice and easy. Do not torque them down. It's plastic. Okay, reinstall this. And now this. Now this. All right, now you're good to go. You're gonna pull your tab out, and then this plug is gonna go right there. Keep this lined up. Make sure you feed these through the steering wheel. Okay, there we go. Now you can reinstall your 24mm steering wheel bolt. And make sure your ground wire is on. Nothing hemmed up. And then torque it down to spec. Now you're going to reconnect your explosive device, your airbag, by putting those two plugs in. And you can't mess them up because they only go in one particular way to one particular plug. Okay, those are in. Now you can put your airbag back on. And then take your 8mm bolts, put those two on the side. Okay, you gotta put your plastic caps back on. All right, you're all done installing the Clockspring. Now I'm going to go hook the negative side of the battery back up and let's see if the horn and the cruise controls now work. Sometimes you'll also have an airbag light, or you'll have a combination of 2 minus 1, or all 3 or 1. Just, I don't know why it happens. And your battery terminals are 8mm. And like I said, these caps come in handy. There's some power. And we'll tighten it up. All right, that's done. And there you go. Now my horn and cruise control work after changing the Clockspring. And that's how it's done on the 05 to 09.